obligation on them in the masjid. However, a woman may attend the jama'ah. She may pray in the masjid. Prophet ﷺ said, لا تمنعوا إماء الله مساجد الله. Do not prevent the slaves of Allah, the female slaves of Allah, from attending the houses of Allah or the masajid of Allah. So she may go to the jama'ah, but if she wants reward, then the best reward is the salah where she is the farthest from people. You said that praying is of no use if you do something wrong after it, like listening to music, movies, etc. Do you mean that you don't pray if you want to listen to music? A'udhu billah. No, why would we understand things in this fashion? I'm saying that if we continue to disobey Allah after the salah, it means that our salah is not being done correctly. I'm not saying that because we keep doing that we stop praying, then this will go back to the first level, which is disbelief. So please don't misunderstand my speech. I think I made it clear. What I'm saying is, if you and I want to know, am I good? Is my salah good? Look at your affair outside the salah. When you are in a circumstance where you may disobey Allah, and you fear Allah and you don't, that means that your salah is good. If you don't care and you continue to disobey Allah with negligence and carelessness, meaning the salah was not being done correctly, what do? We try to fix it. We don't abandon it or leave it. Mustahil, this is impossible. Is it right to seek wasila from the dead person? No, this is major shirk that will make you just like the Qurayshis, rather worse. Because they used to seek the wasila through their gods, Allat, Al-Uzza, and so on and so forth, at the time of need and difficulty. But today, those who seek wasila from Abdul Qadir al-Jilani and others, they do it at the time of ease and the time of difficulty. So they're worse than the kuffar of Quraysh. So, no wasila. You know, the wasila, which is the means to get to Allah, is done through the salah. The salah is the wasila. How do you do it? Not through the Prophet ﷺ, the way he did it. How did he pray to Allah? You pray to Allah. This is your own private wasila. Not through anyone else, no intermediaries, no intercessors. We have a direct relationship with our Lord subhanahu wa ta'ala. We ask Him and He will grant us bi'idhnillah. Yeah. Yes, sister.
The question is regarding movement in salah. Can a person carry mushaf to follow the recitation of the imam, choosing, for example,
No, one may not do so. One may not, as people do in Taraweeh, they recite with the Imam for a number of obvious reasons. Reason number one, it entails a lot of movement. Then you have to keep flipping the pages every time. You have to close it with your finger inside so you can open it back up again. In the sujood, you don't have your hand in sujood, and you're supposed to flatten out your hand in the sujood. You wind up having a grip. You wind up, having to hold the mushaf simultaneously, so you're not making proper sujood. You're unable to put your hand on the right on the left because of the mushaf in your hand properly. And furthermore, you are obliged to listen to the imam, not read with him. And you may actually go ahead of him while reading the ayah, or you may ponder upon the ayah, reflect after he's finished it. And you're no longer you're detached now from the salah. It's like the imam is in his own world and you are in your own. So it is unacceptable in every way, shape or form for someone to stand behind the imam and read from a mushaf. Your job at that time is to just follow the imam. If you love the Qur'an so much, then at your own personal time, then you may read the Qur'an as much as you want and take your time. During the salah, we just go with the imam.
Just the little bit clarification on the same subject. Is it applicable, this opinion is for the first salah or any salah? Because we know that the rest of the salah, like nafafil, right? If we are praying not the obligatory salah, Prophet ﷺ used to ride on the animal, right? So there were different moments that were happening, right?
Right.
So this opinion, we will hold it on fard or any salah.
No, see, usually the scholars are different whether every ruling that is applicable to faridah is applicable to voluntary and vice versa. Even though they differ, the bottom line that they agree to some extent is whatever has been exempt through the narrations of the Prophet ﷺ, then we have to stick to these exceptions. And we cannot broaden this, right? Because you did that, then yes, you may pray the nafilah on your camel while going in a direction other than the qibla and so on and so forth. But that does not allow any other movements which negate khushu'. Because the biggest khashi', the Messenger of Allah did that. So then he legalized this particular way of worship. So we have to stick with the sunnah in this area. One of my sir says seeking wasila is right from a dead person How can I convince him? Please narrate some evidences. Well, this is a lecture of its own. I do suggest that you email me at onewaytoparadise@gmail.com, and I will email you plenty of references, inshallah, which you can give to your sir of yours and explain to him that what he's teaching you is shirk and very dangerous. But to give you a lecture right now about the evidences and so on and so forth would be unfair for the rest of the audience. Barakallah feek. Naam akhi.
I remember somebody was asking me, he prays in Salah with khushu. Beside him is too much extra movement, but he wants to, is it allowed?
Yes. Yes, but take it easy. Don't break his arms. The man falls over to the other side, you ruin the salah for everyone. But you may, I personally have done it before. Someone is moving too much, I grab him with my hand. Khalas. I don't say khalas, of course, otherwise the salah is good. I grab my hand and stop. They understand it. You see Brendan after where did this guy come from, man? So, then after the salah I say, Ma'alish, forgive me for interfering in your personal business, but I couldn't pray because of your excessive movement. So, you try to bring it in a nice way. But yeah, you can stop him accordingly, inshallah. Nah.
About the email address, is it all in Word format, or do you have are the numbers in there? As in like number one way?
No, it's one. I'm not going to show you my spelling skills, but I've memorized it. ONEWAYTOPARADISE at gmail.com or .com. Okay, so there are no letters, no digits, no spaces, just One Way to Paradise. And the website, FYI, is the same, onewaytoparadise.net. You can hear this lecture and the previous ones, inshallah, and other things that Allah has blessed us with. What should your intention be while praying? What if your intention is for praying, is the reward you'll get from it and stuff? Yeah, your intention is to establish servitude to Allah, to attain Allah's reward, to fulfill your obligations, to get blessings in your life, to have extra rizq and sustenance from Allah. All of the above. There's nothing wrong with that. That I want to obey Allah so I may be good in the dunya and good in the life to come. رَبَّنَا آتِنَا فِي الدُّنْيَا حَسَنًا وَفِي الْآخِرَةِ حَسَنًا. You want goodness in the dunya and in the life to come. The Prophet ﷺ used to say, Allahumma aslih li dini alladhi huwa ismatu amri wa aslih li dunyaya allati fiha ma'ashi. O Allah, rectify for me my religion, which is the strongest thing that I hold to in my life, and rectify for me my worldly life, because in it is my existence. So there's no harm in seeking in the salah, pleasing Allah, establishing servitude, attaining Allah's love, imitating the Prophet ﷺ, and increasing your sustenance, having Allah facilitate your affairs, and all of the above. These are the intentions. Of course, you don't say anything with your tongue. نويت أن أصلي للرزق ولكذا ولكذا, and you give a whole lecture before you begin the salah. You enter the salah with nothing. Allahu Akbar, bas. نويت أن أصلي 4 ركعات فريضة الظهر خلف إمام الحرم محمد بن عبد الرحمن أبو أحمد. As many people say, so one of the ulama said that a man was given this whole niyyah beforehand, and he told him, you forgot the date, man. You might as well say February 17th, 2010. Khalas ya Shaykh, Allah knows what you're doing, man. You came to the masjid to pray, be quiet. Just say Allahu Akbar and enter into the salah. That's all you need to do. And we don't have any evidence in any way, shape or form. None of the madhahib suggested that someone should say the niyyah out loud, even though it's a very common practice among the Muslims. So from now on, no niyyah, inshallah. Making dua after prayer is allowed. Yes, but not with raising the hands. Okay, this very common practice that as soon as someone finishes the obligatory prayers in particular, they raise their hands and they may do something and they wipe their face and head and everything.